We are live.
Can you hear me? Can you hear the sound of my voice? If so, you are listening to Cindy Gomez-Schempp,
And Duke Gomez-Schempp.
and we are doing a super chat. There we are. Look at that. We're super chatting on the super chat. What?
Hello, everybody. Good evening, people.
Good evening.
We have a very special show for you tonight.
Mm.
Very, very, very special.
Ooh, you better hold on to your butts.
Yep.
Strap in, folks.
Get your popcorn and sit back and enjoy.
Oh, it's going to be a bumpy ride tonight. Hi. Oh, my God. Have I got a show for you? Have I got a show for you? I apologize. I had a lot of people messaging me, Duke. They're like, are you going live? Are you going live? Are you going live? Are you going live? I'm like, y'all need to stop calling me to ask me if I'm going live so I can finish doing my interviews.
That's right. And we have a doozy for you tonight.
So I can finish talking to some folks and gathering some evidence so I could show it to all of you. And now I'm here. I hope I gave ample announcement on our Facebook page so you could find us. I'm going to give folks just a minute or two.
That's right. And fasten your seatbelt, Dorothy. You're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh, my God, Duke.
Yes.
First of all, I know we didn't get some of the material that we wanted to cover tonight.
Yep. That was my bad.
Actually, I don't think it was such a bad thing because we've got a lot of show
Oh, yeah.
already.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, it would have gotten a little long.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be bringing it up later. You want to tell them what it was about?
Oh, sure. You know, we had those videos of Paloma filming her husband in the car and herself and all that. And she
the
put
extortion?
and she put up a post saying that those videos were a film crew filming for a movie. And I'm like, what? Filming you wiping your armpits and picking your nose and stuff. The camera, pretty much a shot of, your lower part of your body. I don't think so. So
looking up her nose?
Up her nose. That's her looking up her nose. That was not a film crew or a mounted camera. Plus, she was fiddling with it the whole time and bouncing around and grabbing it and moving around. So we have the pictures that she posted to reverse the thought.
Do they bear any resemblance?
No.
To
No. The picture she put in, like a mounted camera down into the lower left, and it's like, no, I don't think so. Not the way you were fiddling with it, and the way you moved it, and the way you grabbed it and took it inside the building when they were bringing that boat in to launder the boat, So we have that, and, another clip of the video of that, and let you decide, But it's that sort of diversionary tactic that she does is like she thinks, took care of that one. I posted that, and that's what it was. And then she expects everyone to go away.
Well, I think that she knows that the followers that she has are comprised of a lot of folks that are traumatized. In my last show on Facebook Live, which we did yesterday, we talked about the tactics of a bully and an abuser. We exposed people to the textbook behaviors.
Yeah.
And we had a special guest, Mary Tando. She came on and she shared different experiences of her own experiences, her own firsthand witnessing of abuse, current and past, of herself, animals, and other people. Okay? And it's important for folks to know, to learn what that looks like, what you're looking at. Because frankly, otherwise, people continue to get bullied and exploited. And it's embarrassing when somebody steals money from you. Like the guy, Pablo, right?
Yeah.
He probably thought, oh, this Paloma person, she needs my help. She loves me, because he said he was romantically involved with her. She needs my help. So he kept sending her money. But do you think that a woman that would film her own husband secretly, the most likely reason that I can come up with would be to extort him later or blackmail him later? And we know this is something she is more than capable of. She did it to her victim, Pablo. What did she do? She set him up. She made him think they were in love. What else did she do? She exploited him financially. She pulled at his heartstrings, telling him, she's getting a divorce, talk to my lawyer. Also, pay the lawyer, send me money. I need to sell a house in Tijuana. And in order to do that, I need to fix some things on it. So I need you to pay some money. But there are always witnesses. There are always people that have seen and heard and that can corroborate the behaviors of Paloma4Fraud. The question is, can they come forward? Will they come forward? And the answer is yes, they are. Yes, they can. Yes, they are. It's already happened. It's still happening. It will continue to happen because people are seeing the effects of unity in numbers, doing things together, sharing information. Many of this fraud's victims, abusers' victims, not only isolated themselves, which is exactly where she wanted them to be. She also made them feel like she was their only friend. These are people that prey upon those who are in a bad place a lot of times, where you feel beholden to them for having befriended you in that dark hour of your life. They'll never let you forget it. I was your friend when you needed this.
Yep.
And frankly, it's really a tactic to exploit people when they're vulnerable. I'm showing you a pattern of behavior. Pablo Munoz, she won't stop asking for money. She told me she was divorced. I don't know if that's the real Pablo Munoz. People are asking. If it is, feel free to speak up and speak out. Kim Graham says, that's why Paloma allows those gross men to say unscrupulous things on her page so she can try to sweet talk them into handing over money. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. She takes and twists things ever so slightly. I showed you a pattern of behavior of her being with other men while married to her husband, while staying married to her husband, because apparently that whole line that she was getting a divorce didn't ever happen. And the fact remains, there's a lot of evidence of her, as Mary Tando said, sleeping with men in exchange for money and goods. About something about an oak bedroom set.
Yeah.
Or was I watching Pulp Fiction again? I don't
know.
know.
I think it was Pulp Fiction, yeah.
I don't know. Point is that I showed a series of photos in which she is in different levels of scantily clad with a man that's not her husband, and talked about how that appeared to be the MO given the exchanges of money, and especially now that I see the extortion of money of somebody that is doing sex work. That would appear to be the MO of somebody, in my opinion, okay? I'm stating an opinion here.
Yep.
Not just based on hearsay and innuendo. I talked to an eyewitness who told me Paloma said she took things and money in exchange for having sex with these men. She didn't hide it. And the fact is that I believe my opinion on that is solid. I think that I probably nailed the nail right on the head. Hit the nail right on the head. So she twists it in her videos and she says, oh, you know what that woman did? She cropped the photo so that it would look just like I and he were together in the photo. And she called him my pimp. I didn't say he was your pimp. I mean, if we're going to be honest, it's more likely that it's your husband, Gene Faraon, who's the pimp, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Because he knows you sleep around and he don't do nothing about it. So obviously he's okay with it.
Yeah. And even, that photo she's talking about, it really bothered her, and I put a thumbnail up on our lives, And that one was one of the pictures that we used. And what YouTube does is YouTube just crops it to fit in the little square for the thumbnail for the upcoming video. So, I didn't manipulate anything, YouTube did. And I thought, well, she's paying attention to these thumbnails. The other one is that she was with Ivan Riebling, and which is a picture she cropped, cropped the other guy that the picture was taken with, on the other side of him. And I use that, and I've noticed that she's reacting to just the thumbnails on these videos, and it's like, you should be reacting to what's actually in the videos, not just some thumbnail.
Yes, it's not just some thumbnail, which, by the way, you don't get to pick. It picks it for you. Well, you can pick the thumbnail, but it crops it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So now she's saying, Duke, that we have reported her live streams and that people should do the same thing to ours because turnabout is fair play. And
what a switcheroo. You have to reverse engineer everything she says. We're not reporting her videos. I'm not doing that. And
we don't censor other people like that.
No, and she's like basically telling people, go complain about their videos. Go complain. Both YouTube and Facebook, have some sort of process, but you have to be pretty specific. And I haven't gotten any notifications that any of her stuff has been reported, or that they've just ignored it because they weren't valid concerns. I'm not going to be spending my time going to her videos and want, Facebook or YouTube to take them down. I have no time for that.
Wow. I'm going to read a couple of comments, folks. This is a super chat, so feel free to send comments. Feel free to send questions. You can use the super chat option to prioritize them. I'm going to read one of Pablo. I don't know if this is the Pablo from my show for sure until I verify by speaking to them in person. I won't know. So I'm just going to read a comment from Pablo Munoz that says, she told me that her actual husband was stalking her and she didn't want him. And now it makes sense. It all makes sense. Wow. And Cristina Segundo says, she cropped a picture of my daughter and her friend and called them pigs?
Really?
Because they were barefoot playing in a bouncy house? She said this about children?
Wow. Yeah, it scares me when she's around children, and, animals.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Hola, Jimena Sanchez. Buenas noches. Is that the Jimena? Paloma stalked and harassed me and my family. She said my mother was a witch. This is Jimena Sanchez speaking. I don't know if it's the blue check mark Jimena Sanchez, but a person with that name on our chat, our super chat, has said that. Paloma is good for making a post, then blocking the person so they can't defend themselves. Huh. I know. Paloma4Fraud sent us that message. Oh. Is that you, Paloma4Fraud? Yeah, very good at doing that, Paloma. Your hell is coming, and your fake lawsuits. Oh, my God. I know. She's threatened everyone and their cousin with a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. Cindy, esta mujer es muy mala. Me estoy dando completamente cuenta de todo lo malo que es. Boy, have I got some evidence for you guys tonight to chew on. I'm going to show it all to you. By the way, don't be shy. Feel free to donate to our super chat, because one of the things that makes Paloma super mad is the fact that I do super chats on YouTube, which we did just how everyone else in YouTube land does it. You have to be approved. You have to provide. She said she had super chat. Okay, let me just tell you something real quick about super chat. She don't have super chat. Yeah. She's like, I can do super chat too. She's hungry. That's that tamalera. She's hungry and she wants She wants food. And people are she's getting money from Trump supporters. I can do super chat too. I'm going to do super chat.
I just don't want to do it.
No pendeja.
Yeah, and also it's the super chat. It's part of your AdSense account, and your AdSense account, for those of you who monetize videos and websites and those sorts of things, it's run by Google. And what you have to do is you have to, have a verified address. She has a real problem with actually having a verified address. We've covered that many times.
Especially outside of this country.
Yeah, and you have to have a verified address and a verified bank account. And you have to fill out...
Paloma, you need a verified address.
Verified address. Put it in your AdSense. And you need to fill out a W-9 for tax purposes, because the money you get from monetizing is actually, you have to show in your taxes. So there's key documents that you have to have that you can actually be eligible. They might be monetizing your videos. Maybe she got signed up for that, but the money will go into an AdSense account. It won't get paid out to you until you have all those things done. And it's tougher in Mexico to get it, because it seems like a U.S.-run focus that Google has on that. But other countries do it too, but each country has different laws. So you would have to fill out some other forms. So it's not that easy to get all that stuff set up. If you have over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of video for the year, you're eligible. And you got to meet that criteria too. So it's like, I haven't seen any super chat when she's been doing her YouTube videos, and she doesn't do very many YouTube videos.
Because
a couple of months ago she did some. Every once in a while there's one.
But you got to be accountable to Google, to YouTube, to
the government.
You got to pay taxes and report forms. And she don't even carry ID. She don't even have an ID. So she's not going to be accountable to nobody. She's not accountable to anyone. She does what she wants.
No one can tell her what to do. No one can tell her what to do. She's her own boss.
Yes, and what she means by that is she hiding. She's hiding because this pendeja for Trump, she doesn't want you to know where she is, so you can't serve her. She doesn't want you to know where she's at because she doesn't want to be caught by the long arm of the law. That's why she lives and stays primarily in Tijuana. Only comes over when she files bogus lawsuits to burden our justice system in the United States by attacking American conservatives. Because that's basically what she does.
Yeah.
For fun. That's what she does. But all of that aside, I told you folks there was something super extra fishy about the Maria Mesa situation.
Yeah.
Because it involved so many different people. And I'm going to show you more of that tonight to get started. and talk about Sonia Diaz Vargas, the cop biting activist she was friends with, as well as share with you an exclusive interview. I don't want to bury the lead because this is the lead.
Yeah.
An exclusive interview with Paloma4Fraud. And I hope that I said that name right. Paloma4Fraud, I thank you in advance for having the courage to confront your bully, the bully, everyone's bully, Paloma4Fraud. Because united, she's not going to get away with this. She's not going to just silence everyone and expect that people are just going to keep their head down. Eventually, more and more and more people will come forward and share the truth. And you better be ready because it's coming down tonight. And if you want to support our work, folks, don't let her lies or her threats or intimidation stop you from supporting the work of A Mexican Crossing Lines, our station's work, these super chats, because what really she is projecting is that she's angry that people like me would spend the time working on these issues, holding her accountable, which apparently nobody's ever done to Paloma before.
I guess not.
Nobody's ever held her accountable. No one's even given her a good tongue lashing and shamed her publicly for her behavior, for her abhorrent behavior in our judicial system, to her own family, to her animals, in general. And I'm here to work on that problem. I've been working on this problem. I've been collecting the information. I've been doing the work most people won't do. So don't be shy about supporting our work. And send me questions if you have them. All right, let's get started. Maria Paloma. You saw these women a lot. Maria Mesa is the woman that was running through the tear gas. She constantly was with Paloma4Fraud all the time. She knew exactly where this woman was. She knew what her tent looked like. She knew her kids. She recognized them. They came and ran up to her. She gave donations to Maria Mesa. On my last show, Mary Tando Quintanilla came on my show to tell you, right at the end of my show, in case you missed it, this is what she said. She said that there's something very strange about the relationship of Paloma and this Maria Mesa lady, because Paloma was constantly with her, around her, and she visited her. She was visited by Paloma at the shelter. And in fact, this actually became the basis for which the lawyers from Al Otro Lado said that Maria Mesa needed to get expedited asylum with her kids because there was this threat. And Paloma posted about it on her page. The article from the New York Times listed that Zuniga visited Mesa in the shelter where she had been staying in Tijuana and posted images of her, prompting Mesa to move to another location. Anna Joseph, one of the lawyers that accompanied Mesa, told the New York Times. And she also complained, I guess you could call it, that Paloma sent her sent her texts and calls. Blew up her phone. Okay.
No, wait. Let me get this straight. This Maria Mesa, which was pictured, and we have the picture we'll show you tonight, running in the big spectacle they created on the border with their children in diapers, with tear gas and mayhem and in the background. That woman was able to get asylum within weeks because Paloma4Fraud, Paloma for Trump, was harassing her. So Paloma made it so a migrant could cross the border and get asylum within a few weeks from her doing. And she professes that she doesn't want any of these migrants to come in the United States. She doesn't want any illegal entry. All the stuff that she's focused on. And yet she was a catalyst for pretty much one of the first iconic migrants that fed all the lawyers behind, and a big success that she got asylum. Paloma caused that. That really, that's amazing.
To America, one to you, donated $10 saying, ready, set, go. And Ivan Riebling
Oh, hi, Evan.
made a donation. Thank you, Ivan. Paloma has the hots for you. She has the hots for you. I don't know if you know about this. She's your fangirl. She said, Ivan says, Paloma for Trump belongs in jail, not me.
He's writing from the jail.
Yes. Ivan, I feel your pain. He says, I am sexy.
Yeah, Paloma thinks so.
Paloma sure thinks so. She really wants, well, I'll tell you, I think she wants more than a picture. More than a picture. Patriot Diva says, funny how these people won't contact me or Melinda, but only contact Mary. No apologies, no nothing. We have been dealing with this for almost a year now, not a few weeks. Listen, Patriot Diva, let me address what you just said. Can I just address what Patriot Diva said?
Sure.
It was very, very difficult for many people to come forward or talk to me. I've been trying to talk to everyone. As a good paralegal, I was trained. I had to get all of the information from all the different sources. These people don't talk to each other. And in the world, in the chaos created by Paloma4Fraud, if one of her victims that had been deeply wounded and dealing with things in their own way, maybe not for as long as you all did, but in their own way, and someone approached them that was in communication with or appeared to be friendly on Paloma's page or one of her followers, that was enough for the majority of the victims I've talked to say, I didn't talk to those people. I cut them off. I didn't feel comfortable talking to any of them. Also, many of these folks had heard about each other. Like I said, knew of those people because they saw them as fans of Paloma on her page, saw how they defended her in the past, maybe, what have you. Bottom line is, all of her victims are her victims. All of her victims have been isolated. All of her victims have been tricked, have been emotionally traumatized. All of you. Nobody here is in an Olympics of who was more traumatized, or at least I don't think we should be. I don't think you should be. Because the way that you expose somebody like this and heal from that trauma is to unite together, to share information, and to create an environment of safety for the future people to know already this is a threat. You know how when a hardened criminal or a sex offender moves into your neighborhood and everybody's like, hey,
Heightened
it's
alert.
on the evening news.
Yep.
Right?
Heightened alert, yes.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. This is a public service announcement, damn it. Hey, Dr. Phil, thanks for the donation. He says,
Oh.
I destroy liar Paloma4Fraud on my show next week.
Oh,
Woo!
well, Dr. Phil is going to be on next week. Well, that'd be great. We'll make sure we do a watch party for that one.
Oh my God. That would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. Griselda Moreno says, Paloma was getting people to kidnap Jimena Sanchez. Jimena was attacked recently, I believe, and she's behind it. Paloma's behind the kidnapping?
Whoa.
She even made a post making fun of Jimena when she was robbed in Mexico. Wow. That is some cold beep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Jean Faraon has nothing on me, says Ivan Riebling. Well, I will give you that. I will give you at least that. We got Patriot Diva saying, yes, I know, Heidi. There are many and even before us. Let me just say also to Patriot Diva, okay? Let me just say one more thing to you. There's a lot of hurt feelings all around. I have talked to other victims who've said, well, that person that is being this other person that's right now attacking or Paloma or that's fighting with Paloma. I don't like them because they were mean to me too, or whatever, And I don't trust them, so I don't want to come forward. I don't want to speak out against Paloma. I'm not going to do anything about this. I got to respect those people's pain. Do you understand that when people are traumatized, it takes time for them to feel strong enough? And after what you understand this woman to be and be capable of doing, we have to have sympathy for the victims. And I honestly, I've had people say to me, Cindy, this is what happened to me. And one day I might be brave enough to come on your show, but I'm really glad you're doing this because I didn't feel like a crazy person. I felt like I was being gaslighted by everyone. I felt isolated, and you helped me, come back into the world and start interacting with other people again. And I feel like that's, that's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's a good prognosis for the future. What do you think, Duke?
Well, actually, I got distracted.
Yeah.
Because Mary Tando made a donation of $14.99, and she wrote this message, and it was just cracking me up. Wow. On behalf of Diva for Trump, we got you to thank for bringing attention to Paloma4Fraud.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. And also, it counters that she's been saying, we're living off of Trump supporters, and she's a Democrat, and all this sort of stuff from an old video from a long time ago.
Over a year.
And it's like, it's not even worth addressing, but that's all she got, But so thank you for that donation. Thank you for that message. It was cracking me up. As for the trauma, it's been amazing because people are coming out of the woodwork like, hey, this happened to me. I had no idea the extensiveness of the bullying that she has done, and the far reach she has had on so many people that has just really harmed so many people. And so now when I watch, I'm so disgusted with the things we've uncovered, and we haven't even shown all of it, and just the stuff we've actually put out there, and the stuff I see coming from her back, it just disgusts me. And and it just I feel a lot of heartfelt for people that have been harmed, and I understand why people don't want to come forward, because she goes after you and just talks all about your looks and all this sort of stuff, tries to pierce your heart with these things that are going to make you feel bad and worse. So I can see people going, I ain't saying nothing.
And Patriot Diva, we just got another donation in the name of Melissa VC saying, Patriot Diva, we just got another donation in the name of Melissa VC saying, we know now. And it's thanks to folks that are brave enough to stand up. You know who those of you are that have come forward and that have been brave enough to stand up from the beginning. But let's not leave her other victims behind, because they were more downtrodden, more scared, more triggered, more traumatized, what have you. We don't know. We can't stand in their shoes. What we can do is sympathize with the fact that they're all victims of the same abuser. And rather than, I showed you in my last show a text message that this woman, Paloma4Fraud, sent in anger to Mary Tando Quintanilla, where she screenshotted this very jovial, smiley emoji-filled post on her page making fun of Melinda Oporto for having been stupid enough to try to do the mature thing and make amends with Mary Tando and take a friendly picture with each other. And Paloma4Fraud said to Mary Tando, I had to post this lie on my wall so people won't, make fun of me, basically. Won't look, you're making a fool out of me. You're letting this woman make a fool out of me. She wanted the fight to continue. That's what she wants. She didn't want people to talk to each other. She never wanted Mary to talk to Amy or Melinda or any of the others of you out there who are her victims. But you know what? I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she did. It's like when you open the floodgates and then boom, all of the other stuff starts pouring out. That's exactly why we have to be forgiving. We have to be open to letting the healing process begins. And that means meeting people where they are, okay? Some people are triggered differently. Now, let me just go back for a moment to what Maria Mesa was called, which is a con. And this was posted on Black Women Have It Going On by somebody that saw Paloma's page and saw her with Maria Mesa. But this woman asserts that today Paloma ran across the mom to the twins that were made famous after the caravan tried to cross the American border with body force last Sunday. Apparently, the mom of the twins has 5 children. She claims she and her children were living in a one room in her home country. When asked what she was going to do if she could get asylum in the States, she said that she'll stay in Mexico. When asked how she would support herself and her 5 children if she can enter the U.S., she said she'll get a job, but her cousin gets government assistance and works to supplement what they don't get from the welfare system. Wow. I was ready to open up my wallet and I was about to find a space for her and those babies in my crowded house until she glorified what her cousins were doing. She really had me with those sad eyes. So, it was clear to people, even followers of Paloma from the beginning, that there was something off about this situation with Maria Mesa. Remember how all of these actors, actresses, documentary filmmakers, all these different people from different platforms were sharing posts about Paloma, like Shane Parmalee, the school teacher that worked with Mark Lane. Here's her post in which she talks about Maria Mesa. And of course, we had Mark Lane talking about Maria Mesa in this video clip. He's talking to the Mexican News. Listen to what he says about Paloma for Trump. This is from Notivisa. I'll translate.
En la caravana migrante están
The
pagando
migrant
justos
caravan
por pecadores.
Has some people paying for all of the all bad apples. They've suffered discrimination, violence, want. People that defend human rights in Southern California say that there's 2 caravans. There's a little one that are from outside of the Central American countries. It's a group of anarchists, an anarchist group that for whatever reason is directing the smaller group that's outside of the Benito Juarez shelter. But over 7,000 people are trying to request asylum on this list that's against the law. There may be a detonating force that sends a lot of these migrants back home. And you know what the government is capable of in the United States with this president we have. Without a problem, he sent helicopters over your country, Mexico, dropping tear gas, pepper gas, I don't know what you call it. He dropped bullets, flashbang grenades, rubber bullets in your country, in your territory. If he's capable of that, he's capable of doing that to men, women, and children. North American citizens are manipulating parts of the caravan to make bad choices that will infuriate Mexicans. Who's doing these things? Who are the ones? There's like for this one woman that's called Paloma for Trump. She's super crazy. She's from the United States. She's from Mexico. She's in Benito Juarez all the time, taking photos, putting internet websites. She's part of of the group that is trying to make people look bad. We don't know when this crisis will end, where people are leaving their countries being lied to by people without scruples or a conscience. Edgar Carapia reporting. There you go, folks.
Wow.
On behalf of Lori and Denise, who have been bullied and harassed by Paloma for prison for weeks, Stand Tall Ladies, Cynthia Mathis has made a $15 donation.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, did you catch what just happened there? Mark Lane of the Minority Humanitarian Foundation, who runs the Caritas shelter in Tijuana, says that there are anarchist forces and groups that are manipulating the caravan and making the caravanners look bad, that they are directing the smaller group of people that are in that street encampment outside of Benito Juarez. You know exactly who those people are. Maria Mesa was among them.
Yep, exactly.
And that one such person with these groups of people trying to make the caravanners look bad is this woman, Paloma4Trump. Now, she attacked and she addressed the fact that Paola Mendoza of Families Belong Together and Mark Lane and Evan Duke and all these other people that were in her town, she addressed the fact that they were talking about her. She said it in her videos all the time, you know, digital smoke signals is here, and they don't like me, and blah, 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 blah. But she doesn't address the fact that Mark Lane basically says she's one of the agitators. He said a group of anarchists. Did you hear it, dude?
Yeah, I sure did. That's
so who is he referring to? Paloma as being part of their group.
Exactly. You know, and she went on a video saying
addressed that.
there aren't any anarchists in Mexico,
She never addressed
which
that.
she is. You know, as being connected, and that was Mark Lane, and she never addressed Mark Lane in that news report. I mean, it's like that was pretty damning a long time ago, and also what they were onto, and we were too. We were following the same story. We were producing all sorts of information and shows about these infiltrators. And Paloma4Trump is pegged as one of those infiltrators, and she presents herself as she's not.
Now, this woman was also followed by media people like Jean I can never say her name, Jean Guerrero. In this article that was written by CJR, posted on CJR. I'll have Nemo share the link in the show's description on YouTube for later. Thank you, Cassie B. Prayers for all that have been attacked by this sickening low-form human. Agreed. Prayers for them and healing for them and unity for the victims. In exposing this, I'm giving you more detail about the things that make you go, because she never explains herself, and I give you more and richer detail. Journalists, according to this article, that were being harassed and documented by border officials, what they're talking about is the complaint from these anarchist connected, Antifa connected border support network, mercenary activists that I've talked to you about, that included Evan Duke, that included these media people, and also the lawyers from Al Otro Lado and other groups, NGOs, etc. And in this article, they feature one of the people that took pictures of this woman and her children being tear gassed. Here's an excerpt from the article in which they talk about that. And it says that keeping dossiers on journalists and in some cases impeding their movement is clearly abhorrent to press freedom. But when it comes to the border in particular, more is at stake. Reporters there have done essential work documenting official abuses of law and human rights against very vulnerable people. As Guillermo Arias, a Mexican photojournalist with AFP, told The Intercept, there's The Intercept again, Without properly, in the past, turn away migrants without properly processing them. When you have media, you can't do that. So, of course, they're making the argument that media are like the superheroes, making sure to protect the human rights.
Yeah.
Many of these people were working directly with the con artists.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that the first bullet point there has the guy that took the picture, Kim Kyung-hoon, and Kim Kyung-hoon, who, by the way, folks, is in that database being investigated. That's why he's in this article. The database that was released by San Diego 7 with all of the journalists and crooked lawyers and Border Support Network people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's on the list. The guy that took the picture, yes.
Wow.
Jeannie Guerrero of PBS, what is it called? PBS San Diego? KPBS San Diego. Thank you, Brain. She posted, Paloma posted that Jean Guerrero took Maria Mesa's pictures, or somebody. Yeah, she posted it. Let me see. It was Paloma4Trump's page, and somebody told her Jean Guerrero seems Maria and the kids had handler for their photo shoots, and guess who was their hand-picked photographer? Jean Guerrero. Hold on, I'll send you the screen grab. And if you scroll to Hollywood, you'll see that they had a film crew there. As, you know, she's running with her kids. Is that some guy in the back, like maybe helping her run? And they got a film crew in the back.
Huh.
Like, check that out. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Paloma knows all about what's going on. She was making sure to be in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really matters to Paloma.
Yeah.
Paloma even posted about this GoFundMe.
GoFraud.me.
A GoFraud.me that was created for Maria Mesa, which she says she donated to just so she could comment. You know, that's what I do. She said, I'm against donating, anyone donating to this GoFundMe set up by some crook, but I had to donate a minimum to give a piece of my mind. You know, that's exactly what I do. You know, I didn't have 70-some thousand followers like Paloma claims to have had at the time that she had this need to donate to the GoFraud.me she's complaining about. But, you know, I make it a practice of donating to all the fraudulent GoFraud.me's instead of just talking about them so that I can leave a message on the GoFraud.me.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Don't you, Duke? Doesn't everyone do that?
Oh, yeah, you know, I've got to comment on it. I can't just, like, comment on my own page about it. I have to actually go in there, spend some money so I can put my comment in there. And that's going to stop everyone from donating, you know. It's very ineffective.
¿Eres o te haces? I want to know. It's a burning question for me, because do you really think that anyone is going to believe that you had to donate to Maria Mesa's GoFraud.me just so you could comment on it, even though you had a big page with a big following, right?
Right.
Paloma4Trump says, I had 90,000 followers.
900 million
I am
followers.
winning like Trump. So, things that make you go, whom? You guys are jealous of my beauty. Yes, I know. Everyone is jealous of your beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Did I make you fat? Are you going to say that next?
Yeah.
The leftists were reported by Paloma4Trump as having at one point kidnapped Maria Mesa and her kids.
Really?
And she posted this on her page. Can you read that?
Yeah. Paloma4Trump. I think Maria and the kids were taken by the leftists. But they were taken by someone. They may want us to use her as a short story to inspire millions more to come. LOL. Millions more to come. They're working hard to destroy America, guys. And you saw it live as they bribed her to gain her trust and made it seem like they wanted to help her. They'll probably want to use her image to defy our president's authority. She was waiting for asylum already and had a number and that's about 2 weeks away. No way she can legally get in until then, unless those people smuggle her in. Everyone tweet this link to POTUS and anyone related. This is their way to walk all over America and show the world that it can be done. This will backbite on those evildoers who take backfire on those evildoers who take advantage of the weak to destroy everything.
I think she just cursed herself because she is one of those evildoers that takes advantage of the weak.
Yeah, and has kids in a tent,
And she was always taking pictures of those kids and exploiting the pictures of those kids, just like she does with dogs. And frankly, remember, she also said that they were kidnapped by a church in this post.
So I hear there's a video of Maria and her 5 kids hiding at a church in the U.S. Anyone have links? If that is true, she crossed illegally, aided by these criminals, though she was offered help to stay in Mexico. Wait for her assigned asylum interview number and do it the right way. They wanted to make an example of her breaking the law because she was so high profile. Share whatever info, links you've got, please.
So she makes a point of telling you this is a high profile migrant.
Yeah.
The highest quality profile migrant.
That's right.
So only the creme de la creme gets an escort from Nanette Barragan. Only a creme de la creme gets stalked, quote unquote, by Paloma4Trump. Only the creme de la creme gets talked about by all of these people, including Al Otro Lado, Mark Lane, etc., movie stars, documentary film players, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Only her. And Paloma knows it. And Paloma is there to exploit it. And her friend, as I showed you on many occasions, one of the smugglers, one of the criminals, lying to them, keeping those people out in the streets. One of those people organizing for Pueblos Sin Fronteras, a coyota named Sonia, or at least that's what she told the press all the time, Sonia Diaz Vargas, was befriended by Paloma4Trump. She hugged Paloma and said, I love her. I bet you did, Sonia, or whatever your name is. Mm-hmm. Here is Paloma's post about Sonia. Once again, she says, please, guys, no more messages about crazy Sonia. Note that the post that she is tagging says, Noticias Telemundo, Cristina Estrada Torres, la migrante detenida por morder a un agente y alterar el orden en Tijuana. Translated, that means Cristina Estrada Torres, the migrant detained for biting an officer and disturbing the peace in Tijuana. That's the link. The woman's name is right there in the dang link, y'all. Why is she not acknowledging the fact that Sonia is not only a cop biter, a liar, a no-shoe wearing crazy lady, which is telling, incidentally, the migrants to stay in the streets like Maria and her kids, but that her name isn't even Sonia.
Yeah.
Her name is Cristina Estrada Torres. And there is a video clip that goes with this I'm going to play for you. She doesn't want you to talk about.
Wow.
That's her post. Stop talking to me about this thing I don't want to address. This is the clip that you didn't address. Pendeja for Trump. Where are you coming from? Mexico?
Cristina Estrada Torres, y desde la
Cristina
llegada de la
Estrada Torres
caravana migrante a Tijuana, se ha dado a conocer por sus
has
constantes
become known
enfrentamientos con las autoridades.
for her clashes with police and authorities. These images were recorded moments before her arrest on Monday. Now she is in jail. The report from the police of Tijuana indicates she was detained for disturbing the peace. She was stopping the transport of migrants. Some people say she just wants to help. Some people say the opposite. This woman, she's not just an agitator. She's a coyote. She's going to take you in worse conditions. She's going to put you in worse conditions. She gave us a different number.
Sonia Díaz. Y yo estoy aquí por los
Sonia
migrantes.
Diaz. I'm here for the migrants.
Justo porque las ayudas no son como dicen que son.
The help the government given is a lie. Moments after the interview,
have to stand up 3 times a day here.
our reporter was recording an English report saying the migrants stood in line 3 times a day to eat.
Sometimes they don't even end up with food.
And after Sonia told them that she said that they ate 3 times a day, she lied to them that said that our reporter had lied, that they always ate 3 times a day. Liar, liar, liar. After her commentaries began to yell at us, we had to leave, escorted by police and security measures. Let's go. That guy's like, wrap it up. Should I go on? Today, Cristina has been accused of assaulting an officer, biting her arm. Cristina's husband said he's still awaiting to know information about her whereabouts and to find out if she will stay in jail for more than 48 hours.
Cristina.
So, her name isn't even Sonia. I wonder if Paloma's name is really Paloma.
Probably not.
What if her name is something completely different? Wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah, it'd be very wild.
Okay, let's listen to some of the crazy allegations she made in today's video.
Oh, that's right.
She is deflecting like Superwoman. Wonder Woman!
Bing, bing,
She's
bing.
like, she's just trying to deflect everything being said. Hold on to your hats, guys. It's about to get super bumpy.
Here we go. Clip 1. Whoops.
Follow that one and share it, and share this video because they've been reporting my my responses to their videos, where they literally accuse me of not being able to vote in the state of California when I'm a U.S. citizen and a California resident. At the time of the election, I'm not anymore.
What?
And what else? Yeah, terrorist
comment,
ties and animal abuse and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty crazy. So like my other page, and it's Paloma4Fraud. Like my other page. My supporters group, we don't, the moderators are very careful with who they accept. So, because anybody can post on it. So I do have Paloma for Trump supporters. I also have my Paloma for Trump personal page. And for those of you who have been watching that, that nasty Mexican make those videos about me, help me by reporting those videos the same way they've been reporting mine. You can report theirs, and we could do the same. It's the same thing, okay? So, hi Baldy.
No one is reporting your videos, crazy.
How are you? Hi Mo. Hi Debbie. Hi Mary. Why am I not on anymore?
Hi.
I am
Why am I not on?
I haven't been making that many videos,
Oh.
and I've just been sharing posts.
Oh,
But yeah, these
Because
there's a
I sat
really
you down.
awful Democrat, Trump hating Democrat that has been targeting me, and little does she realize that she's not gonna get ever anywhere. My name's already out there. If I have a page with 90,000 followers, 200,000 followers, or 10,000 followers, it's not gonna make a difference in my personal life. It hasn't. I already got one page unpublished, and it really didn't change anything for me. My name's already recognized, and
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna say for right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Your
say
name's
for right
recognized on all
now.
sorts of court papers all over the country.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to
yeah.
keep doing this, even if I only have 3 followers,
I don't
or
care.
10,000, or 250,000, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't care about the followers. It doesn't hurt me that I lost my page.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changed in my life. I'm perfectly and totally fine. Meanwhile, she's probably drunk dialing all in caps to Jean Faraon.
Yeah.
I'm so right now I'm having to post smiling emoji things on my page just to make it look like I'm not mad.
And also she said that she's no longer a resident of California. I was, but I'm not anymore. I'm like, what? Since when? You know, she's been just talking all about how she's a resident.
I'm a resident.
I'm a resident. Now she's like, not anymore. I know she doesn't want to set foot in the United States now. That's probably why.
Okay. Griselda Moreno said, Black Lives Matter's Natasha Bell is neo-Nazi Jovi Val's wife, who's Paloma's worker and stalks and harasses using multiple fake accounts attacking Trump supporters. How is she friends with the Black Lives Matter stalker? How is Paloma4Fraud? Oh, wait. I answered my own question.
Yeah.
Stupid. How is Paloma4Fraud? Oh.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Lily Garden, most of her followers are fake accounts. Oh, my God. Can I get a round of applause for Lily right now?
Yep.
Please, everyone, give her a round of applause because you know what this shows me, Lily? You guys are getting it. You're figuring it out. I thought I was going to have to sit down and go, you know, most of those are sock puppet accounts, right? You know, most of those people are like people on multiple accounts commenting on different to make it look like people.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ed Higgins bought followers?
Yeah.
You can buy followers. This is one of the guys I took down years ago.
Yeah. Previous influencer.
And he was always talking about his massive following.
And they'd always criticize us. Oh, you only have 3,000 followers in 5 years. I can get you 100,000 in 2 months. It's like for a lot of money. And he was up there doing all the Standing Rock stuff, you know. Ed Higgins here, you know, and all we did is expose him. And I swear that guy was going to float out to sea at one point. He laid in his tent crying. He was homeless. And he's like, I don't know what to do anymore. And pretty much he's off social media now. You don't even see anything. His platforms, all that stuff that he raised all that money on and promised all the people he'd have all this news from Standing Rock doesn't exist anymore. And there's no history of it anymore either.
And when he couldn't pay for those followers anymore,
it
goes bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a lot of show. I don't care about any of this. It doesn't matter. like she thinks that we're all so stupid that we have no idea how she's projecting her real feelings about how much it matters to her. But, you know, for those that have not been following me since Standing Rock, you probably do not understand the Ed Higgins reference. Just know he was a fraud.
Yep.
Like Paloma.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
A sexually harassing fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, she does that too.
Yeah, and a rapist fraud.
I guess.
Yep.
Anyway, here's the next clip.
Because I live happy. Maybe that has a lot to do with it. You know, it has its pros and cons living in Mexico. But one of the cons is that I live really peacefully. And that has a lot to do with the way I handle things, you know. I mean,
with all the people you spend all your time fighting with
here, and
that's how you live peacefully.
Pretty stress-free, even though we have to do a lot of work. You know, I work a lot now.
To attack
I'm going
people?
to school full time. I'm taking 15 credits, so I'm not only working but also going to school and also taking care of all my
she's
animals.
ever worked a day in her life.
Also, check out my webpage, which is Paloma.
Yeah.
I think she's a parasitic personality that needs to live off of others, exploit others, and expects things to just be handed to her.
Exactly. There's a lot of cons in living in Mexico. And I said, yeah, you're one of the cons living in Mexico. I thought that was a funny slip, you know.
Yeah, she has a lot of them in this video, incidentally. Here's the next one. Remember, she's just projecting.
Yep.
I mean, think of how dangerous these people are in power, Sonia. Imagine if with the little power they have, they can sell out to a Democrat so easily for their own personal interest. Imagine these idiots in government if you throw, you know, a couple million or $5 million at them, what they would do. Like, think of that. That's why government positions are so, so, so important, and who holds them and the level of integrity that every official has. Imagine if all these people that are collaborating with this Democrat are claimed to be Trump supporters, even though they've heard her videos, even though they know who she is, even though they know what she's about. Imagine how dangerous somebody like Mary would be in government. Like, she would take out her personal anger and loneliness or whatever on a state or a city or something. Think of how dangerous she would be. Think of how dangerous this woman with passing around her whatever convenient screenshots of my dogs. Think of how dangerous she would be. I mean, this is all because I blocked her from my page.
Ooh,
and I said,
dangerous.
you're not removing my moderators. The page is mine. The pages are mine, okay? I decide who stays and who goes. It's not up to you to remove anybody from my pages. I remove people from my pages, okay? So she removed people from my pages, so I said, no, you know what? I mean, I've given you the power to, add or delete, and now I'm taking it away from you. And whatever money you gave me money coming from other supporters of mine. You took money from supporters that were on my page, from my friends, from my followers, from my cause. So that's the part that you forgot to put out there. When you're getting, I don't know how much money, and you're giving a percentage of that to somebody else, it's not really coming from you. Where is it coming from? You are getting money from my supporters. You are getting money from my supporters. You are getting money from my supporters. And
Can you pause it?
Oh, yes.
Pause. No, I don't want it to stop. I don't want it to keep going. I want it to pause.
All right. There we
You
go.
have to rewind it a little bit now.
Yeah. Let's pause.
Is it possible to pause and restart it?
Yeah.
Okay. I needed you to pause it because I want to address some things. Meanwhile, you can rewind it back a little.
Okay.
I wanted to read some of the comments. This one says that she's always in her car. Ivan Riebling says she's always in her car looking for free Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
She does anything for money. Mary Tando Quintanilla, I wonder how her college paperwork looks with her not being a California resident. We'll go, I wonder if she's attending tuition free. Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Ivan, Cindy united the left and right against Paloma. Well, she's got a lot of victims out there. It is not a difficult thing to do. Yes, Paloma, you are dangerous. Justice will be served. God, hear your words. From your mouth, from your comment to God's ears. Mary Quintanilla, she's not a California resident anymore? Oh, only on election day.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly.
Olive Oil says, Cindy, you're so dangerous. Oh, I know. I'm extremely dangerous because I have the goods on her. Stephanie Essex says she should rename her page Despicable Me.
Uh-huh.
That was a really good one. I mean, I'm not going to say any of these are bad. They're all pretty funny. Deflector in Chief, very good. Very good. Yes, Ivan. I, me, mine. It's all about her, and her. But as you're listening to what she is saying right now, she is talking about the people that are supporting me, or the people working, conservatives. She doesn't name who it is. She's talking about Ben. She's talking about any conservative that has come on my show to expose her. She's talking about any conservative that exposes what she is doing or other bad actors are doing. Why? Because she's Trump's number one fan, so if you hate her, you hate him by proxy. Do you get the logic there?
No. No, in fact, I don't think she's been studying her political science, because she doesn't seem to know much about politics or political science, and that's what she's going to school for right now. And her language seems like, aren't you studying? I suppose she doesn't have any time because she's just sitting around moping and doing whatever she does,
Apparently, but, she's criticizing Ben Bergquam for working with Oscar or going and getting the news. You need to get over it, pendeja. People talk to each other in order to create news stories, in order to collaborate with other news people. I have done so. You have had a problem with it. I know you had a problem with Laura Loomer's page publishing an article that featured my investigative work on Evan Duke. You attacked Tori on her page. You only showed and continue to show other people how cray-cray you are. How what I said about your behavior and exposing you is very true.
Yep.
Your performative showing of your cray-cray to them only adds a new dimension of understanding. The other day, I was, and if, by the way, pendeja for Trump, if you're listening to me right now, if you're going to get triggered every time I appear in radio and television on other people's show pages like Laura Loomer's, or on the Red State Radio Show with Tori Says, or on KXJB or WDAY, you better get a seatbelt and maybe get you a puke bag, because it's going to be happening a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I work in the media, pendeja. I'm not a fraudulent cualquiera like you. I actually do this and have been doing this with my husband for years. This is our living. This is our work.
Yep.
So she was so upset that people that I have collaborated with locally here in the media asked me to come on to talk about my expertise in the area of Al Otro Lado and Nicole Ramos and this lawsuit that they have against the Trump administration and a Ninth Circuit Court decision that had just come down. You might have watched that segment on my show when I talked about it. She bombarded that television station, their producer, and the host with a bunch of her trolls complaining about the fact that they had me on the show, that I had been a Democrat, and blah, 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 blah. Guess what, pendeja? Everyone in my community already knows that story. I literally went on television and radio all around people and told them how eye-opening my investigations on the border stuff had been, how I had realized that this propaganda that was being sent to us through organizing groups and NGOs, which we had worked with closely for many decades, were literally arms of politicians and propaganda, and that I was going to expose them, that I was very motivated to clean house. That's why they work with me, and we've been doing it for a while. A bunch of your trolls aren't going to change who decides to publish me and have me on their programs. So if you're waiting for that to happen, I would get 3 whole seats, because you're going to need all of them. Stephanie Essex, thank you for your donation on behalf of all of the victims of Paloma4Fraud. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for giving them support and hope. Know that, some people told me recently, I'm going to say this before I play the next clip because I think it's important. Somebody told me that, she has no way of explaining herself at this point. You might as well just let the issue go. Don't continue to expose what you know on her, what you have on her. I know you've probably got a lot more stuff, but, just leave it, because she's lost all her following. She's lost all her credibility. It's done. That's not why I'm doing this. First of all, exposing frauds is in part a public service announcement because of what I told you, so that we can create an environment of safety for victims. But it's also so that the victims can heal and come forward. That means I can't just tell the people coming behind tonight's guest, for example, and say, your story doesn't really matter. Sorry. I'm done with that now. After I gave people a voice and a place to speak. I
Exactly.
can't just shut them down, folks.
Exactly.
That would be wrong. So I'm going to continue to do that. Play the next clip so we can talk about what her complaints are.
Yep.
Supporters of mine. You took money from supporters that were on my page, from my friends, from
She's
my
talking about
followers,
Barbie.
from my cause. So
The woman
that's
she
the part that
accused
you forgot to put out there.
of
You
taking
know,
her
when
money.
you're getting, I don't know how much money, and you're giving a percentage of that to somebody else, it's not really coming from you. Where is it coming from? You are getting money from my supporters. You are getting money from my supporters. You are getting money from my supporters. And I have proof, and I have your own messages telling me that you did, because you didn't think it was going to be a big deal, and I let it slide because you told me that you didn't have a job, that you were about to lose your house, that a lot of stuff was going on. So I said, fine, whatever. If my supporters want to give her money, that's fine, whatever. She needs it, whatever. I'm trying. She's been nice to me. So I'll be nice as well, whatever. Wow, little did I know you were going to try to fool all these people, telling them that you gave me money for a dog you didn't give me a dime for.
What?
Not a dime.
Wow.
I did not get a dime for that dog.
Wow.
And at the same time, knowing that, you wanting me to rescue all these other dogs that I don't have anywhere to put them. I wish I could take them all. I can't though. Especially pregnant ones, and a pit bull and this and that. No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't. And
Okay.
Wow.
We're going to jump right to my exclusive interview with Barbie right now. So I want you to go and post up this lovely lady's photo. This is a picture of Barbie Farrow with her pit bull, one of the many dogs she cares for. Barbie is an animal rescuer. If you talk to Barbie, you will learn that there are a few things that matter to her in the world more than caring for her dogs. I don't know her. I only spoke to her for the first time today, but I can tell she is a very warm person who deeply, deeply cares about animals. In fact, she will tell you she judges how humane people are by how they treat animals. I think that's a pretty good measure. What do you think, dude?
Definitely. It's one of the measures of that you look at people. If they treat animals really badly, how are they going to treat human beings? Where's the compassion? Where's the gentleness? Where's the kindness? Where's caring for something that's more vulnerable to you? It really shows how a person's personality if they're harmful to pretty much any animals.
Exactly. Here's a heart for you, Kate Marie, for your $10 donation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hearts back at you. Little hearts and a big heart.
Nice.
And more little hearts. Heart. So I want you to know that every person that has come forward to share their experience with this Paloma4Fraud is courageous in their own special way. And I want to commend Barbie for coming forward and speaking her truth. She put a lot of comments in our show. She put a lot of evidence and proof. If you want to go look at it, please do. I will be showing some of those receipts. But first, I want you to hear from Barbie herself. Here she is in an exclusive interview she did with me today. Hello. Hi.
Hello?
Hello. This is Cindy. Is this Barbie?
Yes, Cindy, how are you?
Good. I was just finding your comment thread with all of the receipts you had posted. I gather Mary Tando told you that she told me that you had sent us receipts, and I was trying to figure out how you sent them or where you put them. So I just called Nemo, and I said, hey, help me. Did you see Barbie posting this? And he's like, yes, Mom. And I said, can you please help me find the thread? So I'm in the middle. You just give me 1 second here of hitting save on this.
If the dogs start going off, I'm going to go outside in my car.
That's fine. No worries. But
I have 16 dogs. Go ahead.
Okay. So, Barbie, I wanted to get commentary for tonight's show from you directly. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm going to show your posts and I'm going to show your receipts, and I wanted to find out. You say in here you have more receipts than
You know
these.
what? Let me start from the beginning. You got a couple of minutes?
Of course, I'm listening.
Okay, let me start from the beginning. You know, Barbie Farrow is my normal page. I've been doing animal rescue I'm going to make it short. I've been doing animal rescue for 25 plus years. I'm almost 60 years old. Okay, I don't look it, but I am almost 60. I've been doing it for 25 years. Animals are just my life. We have no kids. That's all I do. So I had to take a break, but I put over $100,000 just in, I think, 8 months on dogs. I rescued some dogs from Egypt, from UK, and they were in bad shape. I almost lost my house, but moving forward, I needed to take a break. I needed to regroup. I needed to get dogs in places. I needed to stop. So I got off Facebook. That was 3 years ago. I got off Facebook, and I stayed off Facebook for 2 years. I wanted to sell some things. My mother's dying of dementia. I said, I got to start getting rid of her stuff. So I opened up a new account, Sassy Farrow. I got on there. I was selling stuff. Some of my friends found me. Long story short, I see a post come over my feed one day. It said caravan. Really, I'm not into politics. I could give a flying who does what. I really could. I'm a New Yorker. I don't give a shit. I like Trump. My mother knows Trump. That's another story. But because my mother worked for an attorney for 45 years. So I seen the thing come over. I said, let me click on it. I clicked on it. I saw I think it might have been Melinda or Paloma. I don't know. I saw it. I watched it. Okay, no big deal. I don't do comments on that kind of stuff. I happened to see another one day. It happened to be Paloma. I was watching, and I remember it because this is where her and I met. She was at the caravan, or the thing, and there was people walking around, and somebody had a dog. And the guy was selling the dog. And that's when I jumped in and I said, buy that dog. Oh, he's selling it for $10. I said, I'll send you the dog. Because then I was like, oh my God, the dog, get that dog safe. I said, I'll send you the $10, just buy the dog. Anyway, she started communicating with me. Okay, I guess money must have went off in her head. She started communicating with me, and, she took the dog, and I didn't wind up having to send her anything. I think somebody else did. I'm not sure what happened. Then I wanted to catch up and follow up with the dog. So that's how I got stuck with Paloma. Yeah, I was following everybody at this point to see if there was any more dogs. Melinda was doing a live feed one day. There was a dog. I was so pissed off at her because she never went back to it. And I was trying to tell her, I'll give you the money for the dog. Just go back for the dog. She ignored my whole feed, and that's when I lost her interest. I lost interest in her. So I stayed with Paloma, finding out at this time Paloma was rescuing animals. That's how me and Paloma started this kind of friendship, okay? Moving forward, she communicated with me, writing me, I bought some hats off of her. I wasn't sending money at first. I bought some hats off her. I bought some rings off of her. I bought a calendar off her just to, I figured I'm helping towards her animals. That's what she would say. And then we got a little closer through emails. I was communicating through emails, just about animals, honestly. And I pretty much have a lot of that. And it turns out one day she found another dog, and that's when I started donating. Then moving ahead, we were friendly, everything was good, but I wasn't into the drama at all in the beginning. And I don't know her that long, maybe 8 months. And one day, she started getting attacked about the dogs, and that's when I jumped in and I started attacking everybody else. But I didn't go to anybody else's page. I just stayed on her page, like, leave the dogs out of it. That's when I intervened the most, okay? Was stop with the animals. Like, leave them the frig out of us. Well, then they did a caravan. It was Ben, Paloma, Oscar, and I don't know if Anthony was there. They went to the shelter, and they were all separated doing their own videos. And I was watching all of it because I saw dogs in different videos. Ben happened to stumble upon this dog, which I don't know if she sent you the picture of it, the Cocker Spaniel sitting on a park bench. And my heart broke. I immediately texted Paloma saying, this dog, I want this dog. Can you go back for this dog? Did you see this dog? She said no. But they already left it because the connection was bad. They had already left. Later, she said, don't worry. And I'm looking for that message. I have a ton of messages from her, and My head is freaking pounding from the communication. I said, she says, I'll go back and I'll get you the dog. When she went back to get the dog, she even said in her live video, that's my dog. I said, I'll send you the money. So then I started sending her more money. She wrote me. So one day I saw a video that she did, and she even said in one video, oh, my friend wants this dog. It's her dog. She wants this dog. Because people were asking, whose dog is that? And I said, it's my dog. And Paloma chimed in and said, yes, it's her dog. This is Barbie Sassy Pharaoh's dog. I was on Sassy Pharaoh. So I was on Sassy Pharaoh. This is Sassy Pharaoh's dog. Okay, great. A week later, my girlfriend texts me and says, did you see Paloma's recent video? I said, no. She goes, are you sure you're getting that dog? How much money did you give her? My friends are very protective of me. Well, they don't do a lot of Facebooking stuff, but I have, 4,000 people on my Facebook now?
May I ask you how much money you had given her up to that point?
At that point, I think it's what you see right now, definitely, but there has to be like $800 in there. Somebody else that I'm very close to that she bullied gave her just as much as me, all in the same amount of time. We've been all friends. We all met, three of us, at the same amount of time.
So all totaled, how much
I'll say
money?
about $5,000, because they bought her a laptop. Geez. They paid for plane tickets. They sent her money. There's times that I asked the person, there's a receipt that I asked the person to send her money, and I would give it back to them, and I did give it back to them. I don't have that receipt. They do. So I'd say about a total of $5,000, but she didn't get any more because moving forward, when she did that video stating the dog was hers, the dog is staying right here, is what the title of the video said. And then she went on with the video saying whatever. My girlfriends are like, are you sending this bitch money? You better pay attention to what's going on. And they didn't feel comfortable about her at all. I'm going to be honest with you. My husband didn't. My friends didn't. They said, there's something about this Chuck. I ignored it because, again,
you love the dog.
I'm the animal. Yes, I could cry right now, seriously. I really wanted this dog, okay? But again, the animals, and I keep thinking, like what she did to me with this dog, Cindy, how could you do that? How could you do that? How could you do that to anyone? I sent you money. I took care of it when you needed it. I paid you $50 to get, you saw the copy, $50 to get Bruce out of the drug dealer's hands. Let me ask you, was that really a drug dealer? Was it? And they were like, no way.
Barbie, I want to ask you something.
Go ahead.
I know you've been reluctant to come forward until now to talk to me, and I know why. You don't even have to explain because I've spent the last few weeks talking to her victims, and she makes life pretty miserable for people. So, I get it, but I want to know, are you ready for me to put this out there tonight?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I have your permission? Yes. She said yes. And she gave me her permission. And I know it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking how she has manipulated your kindness, your desire to save these animals. So you just keep sending the money, just keep buying the hats, just keep paying for the merch. The gall, the nerve, however, to say she didn't give me one dime, not one dime, not one dime. This woman gave her thousands of dollars for a dog in particular that she's been talking about recently in her videos, saying it's dying. The same dog. Can you imagine if you've been pissing money down a rat hole that is Paloma, thinking you're going to save this dog, hoping that some of that money actually gets diverted to helping the dog, to vetting the dog, and then you see the dog in a video and find out it's dying? Can you imagine?
No, it's
How that would make a person feel after being robbed for so long?
yeah, and you could hear it in her voice. You can hear her breaking down. It's
broke
just so,
her.
it's so personal. And for her to go watch Paloma lie and lie and lie and make these accusations and belittle her, and she's sitting there like, I gave you $5,000, and other people did too. I tried to help you, and I wanted this dog rescued. I wanted it, and you guaranteed you would do it, and you never did. You took all the money and ran, and now you're saying the dog is dying? Well, it's cold.
In the coldest of ways. In the coldest of ways. And she got more than a dime. She got thousands of dollars. Here's the receipts. This is the German Shepherd receipt. Save the German Shepherd. She says in this receipt with $50 sent to Paloma Zuniga. Here's another one where she gave $100. And here's another one where she gave another $100 to Paloma Zuniga. But instead of going through the whole list of the individual transactions, why don't I just show you this thread? Barbie Farrow posted this thread on our page, on our comments of our show, with her receipts, with her proof to shut this liar down. Do facts and evidence matter to Pendeja for Trump? No. But we're going to show you anyway. It says, hey, Paloma, you really want to go start sharing texts? I also paid to get Bruce, that dog. Can you read a little bit of that for me for a second?
Bruce, that dog away from who you called a drug dealer. That cost me $50. Don't go trying to say that the cocker was not mine, Paloma, because you know you're lying. I told you to get that cocker. You went because I texted you. Stop your lying, Paloma. Remember, I have way more proof that the dog was supposed to be mine. A lawyer will testify that in court, Paloma. You better get yourself checked because you may have early stage of dementia setting in. Don't go there, girl. In the months, you know me. You know I won't lie. You bullied and nonstop, but yet you had no problem taking money from her. Let's get to it. You want me to post about the hats, a.k.a. the text messages on WhatsApp you sent Lorraine? Girl, funny how you don't send dogs across America now, but for months. Taking my money and all along said I'd get that dog. You are always and always will be a fraud. Keep going. Your fan club is getting bigger.
You're right about that, Barbie. And then she goes on to say, according to your post, I never sent you money. Well, let me just post what money I did send you, considering I do have receipts. And then she goes on in this thread to post a $200 receipt. And then after that one, a $100 receipt. And then there's a 200, there's the 100, and then after that another 100, and then after that a 50. Proof she gave money to buy Shepherd Bruce, because it says save the German Shepherd. And next another $300 receipt. Wow. And next another $100 receipt. And she said she opened Western Union to pay Paloma because Paloma's PayPal was in the negative. Apparently someone took back money that she claimed they owed her. You want me to keep going, Paloma? That's just from what I found because I canceled my PayPal because my husband saw through you. I told you he was pissed. My dog died and I asked you to get that dog for me. Now I can get someone else to also post just what they have. You should quit while you have a chance. I warned you, but you're so thick you don't listen. Just keep on going. I have support where you don't. And she posts more receipts. And another one, she says at the bottom. And I'm sure Barbie will keep digging. This is what she was able to pull up on the day I was doing the show.
Yeah, she posted it on the comments.
Right on the comments. She was like, let me put this in here. And I apologize that I did not mention that you were the subject of the story that Mary Tando told on her show. But if you will forgive me, Barbie, I did not have express authorization from you to mention you. So I did not. And even though she said she had permission to tell the story, I didn't feel like I had the right to use your name in that text, in that comment. So that's why I took it out. But hey, now you're here. You've been on the show. You've spoken for yourself. I think you've done an amazing job of exposing Paloma and her abusive ways. Let's read some comments real quick. From Golden Morel AM, she says, I am from Florida. She said, I've watched many money orders as well. Now money wired to Mexico. Really? Rocky says, my dog saved me when my family members died. They kept me going. My dogs, not humans, my dogs. What Paloma is doing is wrong. Agreed. It's horrendous. It's heinous. Terry Hurtado, Paloma, you don't have ownership over supporters and their money. Say that. Yes.
Exactly.
You don't own people, pendeja for Trump.
I know. And she says all this time, you're getting my followers and they're giving you money. It's like, you don't own those people. She acts like they're her minions.
That's how she feels about them. She owns you like she owns the dogs. And Terry goes on to say, people can give their money to whomever they wish. Yes,
exactly.
yes. Like Mary Tando did by making a $10 donation on behalf of Barbie, saying, Barbie, you are an awesome person. God bless you for coming forward. Indeed, God bless you, Barbie. God bless you, Mary. God bless your courage, your strength. We are here to create a safe environment for the victims like yourselves to come forward and speak and expose the modus operandi, the tactic of the bully, the lies, and the truth to the light so that everyone can see it for themselves. And folks, I want you to hear a little bit more of these clips from her show from her live stream today.
Yep.
Because they expose what's rattling around upstairs in her brain. Here is the next clip.
You know what you get from these fake screenshots and these fake accounts and these fake documents and
all my proof is fake.
Addresses that they don't even know what the addresses really are, or pictures of some pimp in Las Vegas that was really, in reality, was some guy that came over to me and the person I was with, and the woman that I was with at a pool, and we had Trump signs, and he wanted to take pictures with us, and they literally made a show calling the poor guy a pimp. Poor guy, and cropping my friend out of the picture,
liar,
and leaving
pants
just
on
me and
fire.
the guy to make it look like I was laying at some pool with some random dude who's laying on the ground. That would be kind of uncomfortable to lay on the ground, because the reality is that he just came over to take a picture with our signs and our hats because he was a Trump supporter and he was in town for a Trump rally and took the pictures.
So when you're watching that Mexican Crossing Line show, just know that they're going to show fake evidence and fake pictures and fake things and fake that and fake
exist,
everything
yep.
and everything's fake. So don't believe any of it.
Yep. Whatever you see from now on, it's not real.
She is so terrified of what's going to come out next. She's so terrified because she has run out of excuses and run out of explanations. Thank you, Patriot Diva. We welcome your support here. And I want to tell you guys, it's her projecting the fact that she knows that as more and more victims come forward and unite and put aside their anger for what they've done to each other, you know what? In the process of supporting a POS like Pendeja for Trump, we all made mistakes. I was never her supporter, as she will tell you. I came out of nowhere, and I was actually investigating all of the people I saw that were circus clowns out there, like Ivan Riebling and her and the con artivists. So I was an equal opportunity investigator into all their backgrounds, okay? Yes, Terry, burn. Best regards. Mwah, Terry, I love your comments. I love you, and I love your comments all the time. Folks, I was watching this circus clown, Pendeja for Trump, for over 6 months before I decided I would start talking. I would start saying, you know what? I have enough evidence here to start exposing this person. And I knew it was going to be a momentous occasion, and I knew it was going to be a difficult task to make a safe space for people to come forward because of the way in which she isolates her victims. Thank you, Sophia. Yes, please support independent reporters. And don't forget about Oscar El Blue Ramirez, BNN, Border Network News, Ben Berquam. All of these folks are out there bringing you stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. And because we are independent media, we depend on our supporters. We don't have big corporate sponsors. But we work for you. We work for you, and I want you to know I'm not going to stop. No matter how much denying and lying and hiding and deflecting this Paloma4Trump does, I'm still going to keep exposing her lies. She can fess up. She can return money, return dogs, stop harassing people, stop making these false lawsuits, or she will continue to be exposed every opportunity that I get, every opportunity that my audience gives me. Let's go to the last clip. I think this is the last clip, right? Maybe?
2 more.
Okay.
3 more.
There is a reason why I picked them. They're important.
Yep.
A bunch of BS, but what I do remember is having that same person creating GoFundMe accounts with my name and my pictures and my animals, and not being related to me. And also what I remember is that person trying to tell me what to do and trying to manage my life, and nobody manages my life and nobody tells me what to do. So she's a paid disruptor. Oh yeah. Crop, copy and paste. Yeah. Well, again, you know, they've been put. They know that my animals are important to me. But here's the thing: you're not going to change how important my animals are to me. My animals are.
She's talking about Barbie there.
Okay.
She had the gall to go on and on and on about Barbie. And I didn't even play all of the clips where she berates Barbie. Mm-hmm. But now you know the rest of the story. And you know the real story about what she did to Barbie. Here's the next clip.
Stop. It's my life. It's what I do. And I love it. And I love what I do. And I love living in Mexico. And I love having
Look how she goes from
dual
acting like
citizenship.
she's
and
like
I love having a dual
happy
culture.
and
And I love being able to
smiley.
get along in both countries. I
She doesn't get along
love
with
having
anywhere.
friends in Mexico, amazing friends
think
of
you have
all
any
kinds
friends.
in Mexico. And I love having amazing friends in America.
I think you love having
I
fantasies
love my
about
beautiful
friends.
model friends in America. And I love all kinds of friends in America. I love
Where
it
are
all.
your model
I love
friends?
it. You know, my best friends in America, my best friends in Mexico. I just love it because it's not easy to have two cultures and two nationalities. Yeah, they're a piece of paper pretty much, but it's not easy
Fake.
to have two cultures, two languages, two understandings, two ways of life the way that I do. You know, even people that cross every day that can cross, a lot of them don't have a full understanding of the American culture the way that I do. But I was blessed to have grown up with an American family, with an American person that really taught me a lot about America, and probably where I get half of my personality from, which I'll always be thankful for.
Where do you get the other half?
And that it's a strong personality that never back down
It's empty.
personality comes from part from that person and part from a person in Mexico who was not my family, who was not related to me in any way.
Weird.
But my personality, a lot of it comes from those two people.
Really?
Okay, so we don't have any idea of where her personality actually comes from. What's our next clip? This is the last one. It's just funny to me. Listen for yourselves.
Or whatever will ever take away from me. You will never take this away from me. No person in New York, no person in New Jersey, no person here, no person. You don't think I'm being watched 24/7?
What?
You don't think they know how powerful my voice is? How powerful
she's
my
super
message
powerful.
is? Because they know I do it from the heart. And not only do they know I do it from the heart, you can go back and watch me for years and my message has never changed. And you can go back and watch me for years and see that I've been doing this openly, putting
Scamming
myself
people?
at risk to fight for what I believe in. And I will never stop fighting for America. And I will continue to get better every
Looks
day,
like she's baring
every
her
day,
fangs.
every day, and learn more and more and more, and get stronger and stronger and stronger, so that I can give back to the country that has given me so much. I will never back down. I will never give up. I will never give in, and I will never back down.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Did she turn into an angry wrestler loving her country?
I think so.
I'm going to love this country. You're not going to stop me. I love it. It's like, go take a Valium or something.
That's right.
Calm it down. You mean you're going to continue to scam people and you are projecting your fear that people aren't going to buy it anymore? Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Yep, exactly.
I think people are starting to open their eyes. I think people can see through your facade. And like I said before, the jig is up. People know what you are now. And the victims are not going to stop standing up and speaking out for themselves. So hold on to your hat, Paloma for Trump.
You ain't in Kansas anymore.
Nope, not anymore. Thanks for watching. Thank you for sharing your stories, your comments, your tears, your laughter with us tonight on our Super Chat about Paloma4Fraud. Exposed! She's been exposed, folks. Good evening. Duke, say good evening.
Good evening. Buenas noches.
Thanks, folks. We're signing off. Have a great Thursday.